So what type of provision should a whistleblower policy contain? So New York not-for-profit corporations law actually doesn't require you to have a whistleblower policy unless you have 20 employees and you have revenues in $1 million or over in the preceding year. So it's not required at all unless you fit those parameters. So smaller organizations are not required to have one. That being said, most of our clients actually want one, and we would recommend them that they do it as good corporate housekeeping. It's also a fact that nonprofits file what's called an information return every year. It's kind of like your tax return, but since you're a nonprofit, you don't pay taxes, but it's an information return. And you file it with the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, and you file it with the State Attorney General, and it's public. And that form asks you, do you have a whistleblower policy? So clients like to respond yes, because it's publicly available. And I think as good corporate governance, they should have a whistleblower policy. I don't see the difference if you have 10 employees or 20 employees, why you won't have one. So New York Not-for-Profit Corporations Act mandates what kind of provision should go into a whistleblower policy. So for example, there should be some sort of reporting mechanism. There should be some mechanism to keep the information reported confidential. There should be somebody who's designated to administer the policy and then report to the board or a committee. There are some things that sound obvious, but the law requires them also. The subject of a whistleblower policy cannot be involved in the deliberation or vote on the issue. And if you are an employee and a director, you cannot be involved in the administration of the policy or decisions surrounding the administration of the policy. And then finally, you have to make the policy available so people know how to go about it. And it has to be made publicly available to your employees, to your directors, to your officers, and also to your volunteers. And it's not very onerous. You can post it on your website, for example, and that would suffice. That's what the law provides. We do whistleblower policies routinely. We like to have extra things in there. So one of the things we'd suggest would be to do training from time to time so that people are made aware how to go about it and what it is. And also to have an anti-retaliation provision so that people feel comfortable when they come forward that they're going to be protected.